Y'all barbers, wake up, man. Today, I really do not feel like being at the shop. I woke up this morning, kind of had that negative cloud over me. Did my typical morning routine to try to shake that off. This isn't abnormal. There are gonna be days where you don't feel like being behind the chair. There are gonna be those days. You are human. You have the right to your emotions. You have the right to feel. However, you are a barber. You're in a profession that deals with people at a higher rate than normal. So you got to make sure you do what you got to do in order for none of your stress or none of your negative cloud bleeds off into your clientele. So here's a few methods that I use on days that I'm not feeling it, but I still have to report to behind the chair. Number one, practice emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is basically you knowing yourself. You know why you feel what you feel, and you possibly know how to make yourself not feel that way anymore. When you know yourself, you wake up and you having these kind of days where it's just one of those days where you're not feeling it, you got to understand, okay, this is just one of those days. I'm going to be honest with myself about it. I ain't going to fake and act like I need to be positive all the time and all that. No, I'm going to allow myself to feel, but I'm going to dig into maybe what I did last night or the day before or early this morning. Something contributed to you feeling this great feeling that you're feeling. You got to be able to find that, identify it, and allow yourself to feel. Number two, set boundaries between work and your personal life. That way, none of these issues will spill over into your clientele. You got to tell yourself, look, yeah, I'm going through this. Yes, I'm feeling this way. But when I get behind that chair and when someone's in my chair, I'm going to uplift them, remain positive, and not let any of my personal issues bleed off into my clients. That is a boundary that you need to set with yourself. Have some personal accountability. Number three, time management. Most of the time you're experiencing stress. It's probably due to you may went to sleep later than normal. You may woke up earlier than normal. You may be running late here. You may be behind on something. Whatever it is, time management can help. You got to make sure that you're paying attention to your time and how you spend it. If you in negative Ned mode, you got to make sure that you spend every moment of that day, whether that's in between clients or before and after you service clients. You got to make sure you're spending time, building yourself back up, getting yourself back in a better mood, or identifying a problem and making a solution for it. Number four, connect with other barbers or your peers. If somebody's been through what you've been through, reach out, whether that's some friends that you trust or someone in your same industry like such. You watching this video right now, so that means that you're looking for a solution when you having those days, right? This is good. Reach out to you. You can reach out to me in my DM or whatever, and hey, tell me what it is and I'll chunk you a bone or two, right? Number five, be present with each individual client. Yeah, you got what you got going on. Yeah, you feeling how you feeling. But when the client get into that chair, you need to be present. Your mind could tend to go all over the place. If you're having relationship problems at home, you're going to be thinking about that. If you're having problems with your bills or you're having problems with your kids or whatever it may be, you could be thinking about that while you're cutting. You need to be present. Be present from the beginning to the end of each haircut and the beginning and end of each client transaction. When the client is talking, you still need to listen. You still need to respond properly. You still need to create and maintain that connection that you got with those clients, even though you got what you got going on. Number six, understand this. There is no work-life balance. So if you think I need to reduce my time at the shop and be at home more, I need to reduce my time at the shop and get more self-care time, then you have a problem. There is no work-life balance. There will never be a balance between work and your personal life. If you're just building, you need to be at work more, right? It just is what it is. You need to spend valuable and quality time with your family, friends, or with yourself when you do spend it, and it needs to be at a minimum. The shop needs to be getting at least 80% of your time. Now, I'm not telling you not to prioritize yourself. I'm saying prioritize yourself, and when you're doing that, you need to be present with that as well. And if you're fully present, it makes the time quality. Like I said, friends, family, or even with yourself. But understand, it'll never be a balance. There'll never be 50% at the shop, 50% with the family. It don't work that way. You're trying to grind, you're trying to build something. So you need to understand that. You're going to experience times like this within your career. So number seven, have some stress management techniques. Watch how you eat, because how you eat can make you feel a certain type of way, even the times that you eat, right? You need a moment of silence with yourself as well. That is meditating. You need to have a moment of silence with yourself. Step off in between clients or before you start servicing clients. Turn the TV, the phone, the radio, turn it all off and just sit and reflect, right? Just give yourself a moment of silence. You'll be amazed at how much that helps. And most importantly, avoid drugs and alcohol in these moments. A lot of people actually run to drugs and alcohol when they feeling some type of stress. I put up a post on social media and asked barbers, how does drugs and alcohol benefit your career? Believe it or not, a lot of barbers said due to the stress that they have to deal with, they use drugs and alcohol. You need to avoid those things because all they do is put a band-aid over the problems that you're having, and it's gonna come right back 10 times harder because the problem is steady happening every single day. Drugs and alcohol is not the answer. You cannot be inebriated and trying to fix a problem that you have when you're sober. It just don't make sense. So try to avoid drugs and alcohol when you feeling stressed. Number 8, rest, recovery, recharge. You off 1 or 2 days a week, get you some rest. You'll be amazed on how much this rest can help you. I've had times where I bust my ass during the week, and then when the weekend came, that one day, like a Sunday or a Monday, I'll just say, you know what? I ain't going nowhere. I ain't doing nothing. I do this once a month. I'm going to take one of those Sundays or Mondays, cut everything off, put my phone on Do Not Disturb. I'm not going nowhere. I'm resting, recovering, and recharging. So hopefully a few of these methods and strategies help you when you're having one of those bad days at the shop, man. Remember, don't let that shit spill over into your clients, man. They don't want to deal with a barber that's wishy-washy. They come in one day and a barber acting like this. They come in the next day, they acting like that. That stuff will make you lose some of your most valuable clients. I'm not saying you need to be positive every day, but in the background, behind the scenes, you need to be practicing these methods in order to keep yourself sane and keep yourself right. You have the right to feel. Every day ain't gonna be this positive, good, high spirit day, right? Understand you're human. You're gonna experience that, man. Y'all like the video, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, wake y'all asses up.